Yo, what's up, YouTube family? It's your boy Koozie back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos just like this. One more thing, don't believe everything that you hear and see in these videos. Don't believe everything that I say in these videos. Always use your own discernment, always do your own research. Let's get right to it.
Between fiscal 1998 and fiscal 2015, there were 21 trillion of undocumentable adjustments in the U.S. government. If you go to our website, missingmoney.solera.com, we have years and years of documentation, including the government financials that show this. And so the question is, where's all this money going? And one of the things I've looked at in the process of looking at where all this money is going is the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
Yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more. So
in the United States?
In the United States, and all over the world. But from 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Solera Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases, and then we systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess. This is totally a guess of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170 with a transportation network connecting them.
And what would be the purpose?
The purpose, if you thought you were going to get a near extinction event, so there, to me, there are two purposes. You have so many activities going on that you need to keep secret, that you're basically building the capacity to, for example, if you're doing a secret space program, you need to platform it from, things that can't be seen. But I think if you're worried about a near extinction event, that's...
So I know nothing about this other than my only window into it. I knew a contractor who worked on one in Washington, in the city of Washington, D.C. Right. And I remember him telling me about a power box, like a transformer box on Constitution Avenue, that he told me, because he worked on it personally, was actually the exit, the egress from White House. That was kind of by vehicle. I thought that was, I was like, really? He goes, oh yeah, no, I installed it, I know. And I thought, well, that's kind of crazy that in the middle of this big city where I lived I was on Constitution Avenue every day, that you could build something like that without me knowing it. Under the VP's house at the Naval Observatory, same thing. I think most people know that. Next to my brother's house on Macomb Street in D.C. But that's, I always thought that was like preparation for nuclear war. Like, I didn't really think about it that much. Some of it is,
yeah. It's preparation for catastrophe.
So, but you think that there are facilities like that in other places outside D.C.?
Oh, yeah. So if you're interested, we have a great interview. I did an interview of Richard Dolan on underground bases on the Solera Report, and it's sort of an introduction to the topic, and it's based on a lot of the research of a guy named Richard Sauter, who is very hard to interview. So Richard kind of went through all the material. And
there's an edge over that.
Say it, Ace. Did y'all hear what she just said? $21 trillion missing. Yeah, you got it right. To go to these elites' hideouts underground. What are they preparing for? What are they preparing to hide from? What is coming?
So serious about my chicken coop. I'm a little hoarse right now, but
So serious about my, yo, this is gonna be my line. I was just trenching that right there. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do it all the way to there today. Boop, 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 boop. Yo, I'm serious about my chicken coop. Y'all already know. Eggs. Hey, listen, y'all. If y'all don't listen to nothing else, they're gonna shut down the grid. I don't know why y'all not paying attention. They're gonna shut down the grid. I want y'all to understand this. What if tomorrow you wake up and there's no electric? Think about it.
Sounds to me like he knows something that we don't know. But he's trying to give us a little insight on what's coming. So if I was you, I would take heed. Let's get a garden, you know what I'm saying, together. Let's get us some chickens. Let's get us some cows, some sheep, or some goats, so we can have our own meat to slaughter, because we can't trust what we're getting from these stores. And you know this, man. Come on now. Even the seeds that they put out, you know those seeds are GMO, man. Come on, those not the seeds that we are used to from when we was little. These are some different type of seeds, I'm telling you.
All right, so this particular situation is extremely disturbing because it is a telling sign and signal for where we are going, where we're headed, where our economy is headed, where businesses, small businesses are headed, where
Give me your thoughts down below.
Good evening, Mormons. All my Mormon people. I know you've seen this house before, and I know you've wondered the same exact thing. How the fuck does somebody afford a house this big? $9.1 million. 26,000 square foot home. 75 bathrooms. 265 bedrooms. 17 kitchens. 14 theaters. Just joking. But anyways, apparently these guys have been laundering money and smuggling in oil from Mexico. Who the fuck needs to smuggle in oil?
Actually, a real question is, how do I smuggle in some oil?
Anyways, here's the full story.
Multi-state raid with U.S. Marshals. The couple is accused of money laundering and smuggling oil into the U.S. from Mexican cartels valued at over $300 million.
News specialist Brian Carlson is breaking the story for us this afternoon. He joins us live from the newsroom. Brian, walk us through what we know right now.
Well, Sharon and Tamara, we know that James L. Jensen and his wife Kelly Ann Jensen were booked into the Salt Lake County Jail on Wednesday. The couple and two of his sons being federally indicted for allegedly conspiring to smuggle in 2,800 shipments of crude oil from Mexico that they knew was illegal. According to our KSL tipster, the arrest happened Wednesday here at their $9 million, 26,000 square foot mansion in Sandy.
Crazy.
In documents from the U.S. District Court in Texas, the couple wouldn't let marshals in. The tipster telling KSL, marshals then showed up with a battering ram. The indictment reveals James and Kelly and two of his sons, Max and Zachary, conspired to launder proceeds from sales of illegally imported crude oil. The payments for this crude oil were directed to businesses in Mexico that operate only through the permission of Mexican criminal organization, and that James Jensen was aware that the payments he made were going to these Mexican criminal organizations. The couple's arrest happening the same day as a raid on his company, Arroyo Terminals in Rio Hondo, Texas, near the Mexican border, being reported by multiple Texas news outlets. U.S. District Court ordering the Jensens to forfeit any money gained from the smuggled oil, including his company, this additional home listed for the family in Draper, as well as bank accounts, oil tankers, and new cars totaling $300 million. James was scheduled to be released from jail this morning under GPS surveillance. Our photojournalist in the neighborhood saw him back at home earlier this afternoon. We expect to learn more from the U.S. Justice Department in the coming days. In the newsroom, Brian Carlson, KSL 5 News.
Man, that is crazy work.
This that shit I be talking about, y'all. Y'all see this shit? They built a robot the size of a grain of salt. And I'm not even exaggerating. Look at this shit, y'all. That's the US penny.
Crazy.
And that's the fucking robot, y'all. Do you see how tiny that shit is? Look like a fucking tick. It's the world's smallest remote control robot at 0.02 inches, y'all. And the crazy part is, it don't use batteries to move. They move the junk with a laser, y'all.
What?
Imagine something this small being a robot that don't need batteries and it can move it with a laser. Now they say they're using this for medicine. They're using it in the hospital, in the medical field. Now the question is, do you really think they only use this for medicine, for the hospital? They can make this junk walk, crawl, go flat. Like, come on now. If it can do all the movements, what else can it do? What, spy on you? Track you? Inject you? I'm just saying. I thought shit like this was only on movies. But now we're seeing it. It's in real life. So you gotta start thinking. Things that we see on movies, a lot of the times, it's either here or it's real. And they just don't show us until they want us to know. So they say this been around since 2022, but we're just hearing about it in 2025. So over the course of them 3 years, what were they using this for? Drop a they already watching us in the comments if you feel what I'm saying. Because if these things been around, they probably been on us, in our house, in our clothes, in your ear, in your body. You never know.
That's a fact. That's dangerous.
In this video, we will explore the groundbreaking new technology developed by researchers at Carnegie Mellon University and the University of Waterloo that allows them to see through walls using Wi-Fi signals. First, we'll discuss the work done by the team at Carnegie Mellon. They used a system called dense pose, which maps all of the pixels on the surface of a human body in a photo, to to create a deep neural network that maps Wi-Fi signals' phase and amplitude to coordinates on human bodies. Essentially, this means that by sending a low-powered Wi-Fi signal through a wall, the system can detect all objects in the room, cancel out the static objects, and use the reflection of moving objects to generate a radar-like image. This technology can work through standard drywall, wooden fences, and even concrete walls, though the range and accuracy depend on the type of wall. The researchers at Carnegie Mellon believe that Wi-Fi signals can serve as a ubiquitous substitute for normal RGB cameras when it comes to sensing people in a room. Using Wi-Fi overcomes obstacles like poor lighting and occlusion that regular camera lenses face. They also argue that this technology offers an improvement in privacy rights as it does not rely on cameras, and the required equipment can be bought at a reasonable price. Most households in developed countries already have Wi-Fi at home, and this technology may be used to monitor the well-being of older people or identify suspicious behaviors at home. Next, we'll discuss the work done by the team at the University of Waterloo. They developed a drone-powered device called YPeep that can see through walls using Wi-Fi networks. The device can fly close to a building and utilize the Wi-Fi network of the inhabitants to identify and locate any Wi-Fi enabled devices within the building. Even if a network is password protected, smart devices will automatically respond to contact attempts from any device within range. The YPeep sends several messages to a device as it flies and then measures the response time on each, enabling it to identify the device's location within a meter. What makes the YPeep particularly noteworthy is its accessibility and ease of transportation. The team built the device using a store-bought drone and $20 of easily purchased hardware. This means that anyone with the right expertise could easily create a similar device. The potential uses for this technology are vast, from law enforcement storming a building to firefighters looking for people in a burning building to search and rescue operations. However, the privacy implications are also significant, and it is important to consider the potential consequences if the technology were to be used for more sinister purposes. In conclusion, the researchers at Carnegie Mellon University and the University of Waterloo have made significant strides in developing technology that allows us to see through walls using Wi-Fi signals. While this technology has many potential uses, it is important to consider the privacy implications and ensure that it is used ethically.
Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, but like I always tell you, use your own discernment and do your own research and come up with your own conclusion. I guarantee you're going to find out that this is true, and you probably find out that it's much more deeper, and they probably have something else going on now.
You know why they keep you at the Galapagos? Why, if you go, you're monitored 24/7? Why 98% of the islands are off limits to the public? It's because of places like San Cristobal Island. You know, the one named after that dog-headed Christ bearer, St. Christopher. And St. Christopher Island, one of the lesser known islands, restricted for environmental preservation. Bullshit. Now pay attention. There are ruins there that defy everything we're told about history. Not Polynesians, not South Americans, but something older. Locals told stories of giant dog-headed beings that once lived there, only to be driven underground after some kind of catastrophe. Oh, and the stone on that island? It has the same interlocking design as places like Machu Picchu, Sacsayhuaman, and Pumapunku. DONCOOZIE, we're talking laser precision cuts that modern tech still struggles to replicate. And yet, the mainstream wants us to believe some primitive culture with no written language did this with copper chisels? Bitch, please! This video is for entertainment and, what's that thing people say? Oh, right, and satire purpose only.
Now just let that sink in for a little bit, then get in the comments and let me know what you think about that.
I know. I have no fucking clue what that... Because the sun has been set for a couple hours. No, that's not what a lunar eclipse looks like. Oh, what the fuck is what's in front of it now? It's got... What the fuck is going on? What is that? What the fuck? There's not a cloud in the sky. I can't explain. I've never seen anything like this.
It's at the top now.
Yep.
What is going on?
And now whatever the fuck...
What happened to the moon?
Gone.
It disappeared.
It's just a little star there now. Now it's gone. Ain't shit.
I remember where it was, so we just stay focused on that spot until I see it. And I can still kinda...
Well, right around that spot, if you look on the camera, there's like a little halo type situation going on. I have no idea. Right there. I have no fucking clue what's... Alright.
Now, there was no eclipses set for that night. So what eclipsed the moon? Where did the moon go? Let me know down below. There's a lot of people in the comment section saying there's something more sinister going on. I want to know what you think down below in the comment section. And with that said, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a short one. But hey, we got another day tomorrow. We're going to have a longer video. I'm talking about some interesting clips. Like I always say, y'all, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos just like this. It's your boy Coozie. I'm out. Holla. Catch me in the next video.